You all are triple plus awesome. It's not just you, you're all triple plus awesome. I wanted to butt in before I have a Susan from this Poetic license. I have to keep showing off the signs because I'm just a goofball. Hey, and I have to show it off so the Zoom meeting can see it, and the live feeds, and everybody who's seeing it live. You guys are awesome as well. Sorry you can't be here, but I'm coming in with two periodic table poems. They happen to appear in the Dawn of the Dirt November 2024 book, Shadows of Sanity. What? That's me. Shadows. No, I mean, like, that's my brain. But the element I'm going to do is for thorium. So the first one I'm going to do is the thorium one that also appears in the periodic table of poetry. Why do I keep showing off these books? I don't know. Just because you haven't seen them enough. This, I hope you enjoy, is a poem called Thorium. Think of how many times you've heard scientists say, or maybe you've heard it from people on Daredevil TV, don't try this at home, knowing that someone somewhere won't heed this advice and end up with an unintended explosion instead of a fantastic discovery from their radical experiment. Well, good thing one Swedish chemist didn't decide to not try this at home, doing groundbreaking experiments in his kitchen flat, though Jan Jacob, I'm gonna screw it up, Berzelius, and there's my cat climbing, though Jan Jacob Berzelius discovered a few elements, he seemed so psyched to name one new element for the Scandinavian god of thunder, Thor. And it's kind of funny that with his affinity for thorium, he never understood thorium's radioactivity because, well, when he discovered thorium, radioactivity hadn't even been discovered yet. But after thorium was discovered, thorium was used for powering gas lamps back in the day when the world's lights disappeared at nightfall. But wait, thorium's radioactive, and back in the day, they didn't know this. So did people get cancer from radiation poisoning? Well, maybe there was just enough thorium in those gas lamps. And maybe if that thorium wasn't stopped from getting to humans by the glass surrounding the lamps, because only if you'd eat thorium, and maybe only the supernatural god Thor would eat thorium, and maybe only if you ate it, only then might it make you sick. I mean, they still sell it today in camping lamps, unless you actually look for a lamp that's thorium-free. But even when it came to eating thorium, some people would do it back in the 30s with X-rays for detecting their cancer, because at the time, thorium was perfect for saving lives thanks to those X-rays. So with thorium for cancer X-rays, the new cancer risks seemed like a fair trade-off before they could find another safer X-ray detection agent. So yeah, there's no way a Swedish chemist would have guessed it when he discovered the element thorium and wanted to name it after the god of thunder. But thorium can bring some light into our world as long as we use thorium in just the right way. Short little one for thorium, and it's really hard in the light here to be able to show off the picture. You know, the jump of it. Thank you, I'm seeing the applause, thank you. And it was something that I happened to read at the time with my co-host at the Gallery Cabaret, Bob Rashkow, and we did a show, and it was in the introduction time when we were sharing pictures to be able to talk about the elements and go back and forth together. But I feel bad that for my Twitter length one to follow up, that Ron Kewen is not here, because not only, of course, does this appear in Periodic Table, the Twitterverse Periodic Table poetry book, as well as Shades of Sanity, but it is one that he mentions when he was doing his song, because he had bought a copy of the book, because it also is something, because it talks about different planets, that happens to appear in the universes in your hands, and is called Thorium, Smoothing the Moon. Half our moon is rocky and rough, and the dark side is oh so smooth. Here's our theory why. If the moon was formed from early Earth, planetary collisions exploded thorium, radioactively unstable, and generated heat on early moon during decay. That actually reduced rocks and smoothed half of our moon. You didn't realize that thorium would have a use for things within our planetary system as well. But there's your little interjection. Hey, that's a John Yatko photo of the moon, which you can't see there. But it's available online, and it's in the books as well. But anyway, there was my little introduction to periodic table stuff. So I hope that Susan would be ready to go and take your time with a reading, and then Richard will follow. So Susan, if you are ready, I would love it if you would take it away.